Horse for live, not for sleep on the floor. If things don't work out for me have to make you secure. Oh, good, good. Greatness is a road where you walk alone. Memories from the past, so it make me cool. Dreams unfold, me didn't know, me never unsure. Me have to make it go. Live life to the fullest, I will not beg none, no. We are work too hard, me want it all. Money they are no free, I buy it all. After she got to white out. Let me tell you, poverty just get a right up. One call make it right out. Ambition and jealousy coming from
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Voice of the Man, Bongo Prime, representing for Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9. Ah.
Good morning, everyone. It is another day of Activated Mornings with Roleza and Dianna right here on the Clean Fresh Sound. I hope that your day is good. It has been going good, and all will be well from here on out. As usual, we have our interactive sessions, which you can be a part of by dialing 457-9997. This morning, we have our first talk segment. At 7:45, we have commentary from Life Compton. At 8:05, we have today's Cup Chat. And then at 9:20, we have Talk to Us. So just stay tuned for the rest of the morning as we continue to bring you some good vibes, education, entertainment, everything, the whole package. Morning, Roleza.
Good morning, Dianna. Good morning, everyone listening to us near and far. We are back with you for another day, another Thursday. It's exactly 1 week away from before it is D-Day. All right, it is D-Day exactly a week from today. So all who working in overdrive in whichever capacity, yeah, it will soon be over in a sense. All right, it will soon be over in a sense. So yeah, just keep pushing and keep going because we have a country to build. All right.
Before we get into our discussion, I just want to know that yesterday was a very interesting day. So we know that it was, well, I hope that we all know that it was International Men's Day yesterday. It was also Garifuna Settlement Day, and it was the anniversary of the vaccine mandate. And on the anniversary of the vaccine mandate, a book was released about the vaccine mandate. And this was a book by dismissed teachers, husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Ballantyne, Cheflon and Anne-Marie Ballantyne. They released a book yesterday, and launched the book yesterday. It is called I Do Not Consent. And they vow that the November vaccine mandate will never be forgotten. All right, so they have pledged that they're not going to let Vincentians forget what they call the evil that was done to workers 4 years ago on November 19th through an SR&O implemented under the Unity Labour Party administration. So the book that is called I Do Not Consent traces the history of the mandate and the effect that it had on the lives and livelihoods of persons. They said through this book, we are ensuring that the actions of the ULP politicians are recorded in the annals of history as the worst SPG government in living memory because of their anti-conscience law and behavior towards workers and their families in this country. So the book, it has 14 chapters. It includes highlights of personal stories from persons who were vaccine injured, testimonies of public and private sector workers who were dismissed for refusing to take the vaccine, and the contributions of trade unions and lawyers in the case, the role of the government, the sacredness of liberty of conscience, and updates on COVID-19 vaccines and related issues from world-renowned medical doctors. And if you want to read a little bit more about it, you can check Eyewitness News for those of you who do read Eyewitness News. So yesterday, on the anniversary of this event, this book was launched, and the persons are saying, hey, just a week before elections, we are just a gentle reminder of what happened back then. I know that some persons have been saying the vaccine mandates, it's not going to be an issue in this year's upcoming election. Some persons are saying, oh, it definitely is, because we did not forget. Maybe you weren't affected and you forgot, but we were, and we did not forget. And I mean, it is a reminder that some persons definitely didn't forget, having launched this yesterday. And, I'm wondering, will this bring things back to people's memory, or did they not need it to bring anything back to memory? Are they going to just be, good going forward? I noticed that we have a caller, so we can take the call to here. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. Oh boy, it's cold this morning. I am speaking hesitantly because my tongue is so heavy. I just came in from outside.
Oh.
My tongue, like when you're really, really cold, your tongue get heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it would be a miscarriage of justice if I did not make this call, and I'm so glad you guys took call this early before live comes on. Now, over the years, I've been hearing a lot of talk about the Gonzalez family. I never really paid much attention to them because I couldn't give two hoots about who is who. But the person of interest to me was, the name of interest was the name Storm. And I've never heard anything positive about this individual. So I decided to check out Mr. Google. And ladies, I'm telling you, I was amazed. I didn't see the image that's being projected by many, many Vincentians, all and sundry. I saw a man with a heart of gold and diamonds. Now, anybody out there who want to say, you don't know what you're talking about, that's up to you. Let me tell you a little story about my neighbor's dogs. I mean, these dogs are vicious pit bulls. They don't like the best bone in me, and I love them even less. The strange thing is, they love my wife. As soon as they see my wife, they'll wag the tail at on, like, but I look at them, and they look in the eye, say, you take one step towards me, and I'll rip your heart and lungs out. So your concept, Vincentians, your concept of Mr. Gonzalez, whoever he is, that's not the image Google projects. I see a man who reaches out to young people. So please do not judge a book by its cover. That's my concept of Mr. Gonzalez. Like I said, I had to make this call, and Ralph Gonzalez is not paying me. Trust me, he can't even afford to pay my phone bill. So I am on my own free agent. If possible, I know life normally has his stuff prepared, but I'd like him to enlighten me. Tell me more about this storm in a teacup. Have a great day. And Anita, back. I am home and comfortable. I would definitely give you a call later. Love you guys.
All right, Joshua, thank you. Okay, then. All right, so before the call, we were talking about the vaccine mandate and a book being released yesterday about the mandate. Before, I noticed Asman say, we cannot live in the past. Asman, I will get to that. But before I say anything on that, well, we have another caller, so let's take the call. Hi, good morning.
Hi, Dianna, good morning. Good morning. Nicole is there as well.
Yes.
Good morning. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. I heard you there reading the book that was published yesterday, right? That came out yesterday. Just to go back a little, what I'm saying concerning the vaccine, I don't know if anybody recall or anybody could get a hold on it. Did anybody try remember what Donnell Cummings said to the PM concerning the vaccine?
I don't remember right now. No.
Okay. You remember when he was telling him how to shut down the country, concerning something like how China does hold it down and all of that. And you all remember where he said the Prime Minister wasn't doing enough to control the spread of the COVID. And then he even was saying what he think would be best and all of that concerning it. So how come all of a sudden now you're hearing about so much different thing, like it was just the Prime Minister, when he thought that the Prime Minister wasn't doing enough to control it? He thought that.
Do you think that it has anything to do with the timing or the measure that was put in place? Because initially, when the vaccine came,
Let me go back. When before he spoke to the Prime Minister about that before the vaccine, he spoke to him before. If somebody could get a grab of that tape and play it back, it would be good for us as well. Because as far as I'm concerned, all I'm hearing, what the Prime Minister, not you all, so many other people calling, what the Prime Minister did and what the Prime Minister, but I'm not hearing anything much of what who else was saying and all of that. And the decision was not just made like that.
But do you think that the real challenge here for many persons is the vaccine mandate itself? Not so much about, let's say, closing down the borders, which probably was what was advocated at the time initially. But in terms of threatening the livelihoods of individuals, that is what was really has become the bigger concern.
Yeah, all of that too. But the other thing about it was like, okay, is it St. Vincent alone who implement the vaccine? Is it St. Vincent alone, Vincentian alone?
No, I don't think it was.
Okay, then that is what I'm looking at. How come here in this country that we have it like, is okay then? Vaccine mandate was out or whatever, but it's only Vincentian it was forced on. No other part in the world at all. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
I think it's
up to whatever we the people of this country gonna make on that day. There's so much politics out there that affecting us here, and so much other speech by other people, and I'm not hearing much raise of anything about that.
Okay.
So much videos on Facebook and all kind of other things as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There
All right. All right. Thanks for your contribution.
Roleza, you got any? What is your take on this?
All right. So I suppose the essence is how effective the launch of the book would be a week before the elections.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if the launch of the book itself a week before elections is necessarily going to have any sort of impact. I think persons feel however it is that they feel, and if this is a significant issue enough for them to, let's say, not vote for the ULP, then it's going to be that issue for them. I don't think it's necessarily going to take a launch of a vote, because those who were impacted by the mandate itself, they would know what it is that they went through during that period of time, and maybe that is something that they can't let go of, and it's going to influence them. So I don't necessarily think the book itself or the launch of the book itself is what is going to, let's say, make any sway in regards to how persons vote. So, yeah.
And with that, I think that we can head out of this this talk segment here. I noticed Asman on the live saying we cannot live in the past. Asman, who is the one always talking about the latrines from way back when and the factories that were closed down way back when? I think, yeah.
But I do want to, you see, I have a thing when people say we cannot live in the past, right? While it is that, yes, you cannot live in the past for certain things, remember that things of your past also influence how you are currently and where you are going to be in the future. All right. So, and it's not even in relation to swaying or trying to influence anybody's vote or anything, but just the statement itself, you can't live in the past. Sometimes you cannot separate things that have happened to you before in terms of how the trajectory of your life has taken shape or taken root, right? So Just something there to note with that.
And with that, we're heading out of this talk segment at 7:35. In just a couple of seconds, we will bring to you today's traffic talk.